Senator David Coltart, I understand your name doesn't appear in the voters' roll. Can you tell us the latest?
I've just returned from Kenya this past weekend where I've been working, and on Sunday I went onto the ZEC cell phone based site, the star 265 hash site, and I tried on the Sunday yesterday 7 times to get through, and every time it failed to get through and provide me with details of whether I was registered or not. So this morning I decided to do a physical search, and I went to my local polling station where I've voted for at least the last decade, Burnside Garage, and I checked the physical copy of the voters' roll there to find that my name is not on that roll. And so finally at lunchtime today I went down to the ZEC headquarter building in Bulawayo, Windsor Park, and it can only be described as utterly shambolic. There were hundreds of people milling around. I tried to get in to see the lady who operates the mainframe computer, which apparently is the centralized database of ZEC, to see if my name was somewhere there, that I'd been allocated to another polling station. She wasn't in attendance. There was no sign that she'd be in attendance, and so I had to abandon that search. So here I am, age 65, born in this country. I've voted pretty much in every election since 1980, and for the first time ever I found myself not being on the voters' roll. This is either unbelievable incompetence or just a brazen disregard for the law and our constitution.
Legally, what happens, for instance, if the president proclaims elections and the voters' roll inspection closes on Thursday? If some people didn't see their names, what should happen afterwards?
What they're doing at these central offices is they have forms for people to fill out. When, for example, if a person says that they are at the wrong polling station, they can apply for a transfer. However, if your name doesn't appear at all one can do is go to the courts to seek an order compelling ZEC to place one's name on the voters' roll. But the point I'm making is that if people like myself, age 65, with a long history of involvement in politics, if people like Welshman Ncube, if people like Nicola Watson can have their names taken off, what chance is there for the hundreds of thousands of new voters who think that they're on the voters' roll, who perhaps don't have the time to get off work to do the extensive checks I did, and as a result do not even know that their names no longer appear? If this is deliberate, as it appears it might be, it's clearly designed to disenfranchise hundreds of thousands of people. We've seen that ZANU-PF has already had access to the voters' roll because of the SMS messages sent out by ZANU-PF that clearly came from a ZEC database. So presumably ZANU-PF supporters' names are on the voters' roll, and this has been as I said, deliberate policy to disenfranchise. It undermines the entire electoral system. There can be no free, fair and lawful election with this state of affairs. And now it goes beyond ZEC. Mr. Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF must know that if they want any legitimacy through this electoral process and after the election, they have to have, at the very least, a vaguely free and lawfully compliant electoral process. They got off to a very poor start, and so even if this election is stolen, they will battle to argue that they should be reviewed. They should be viewed as the legitimate winners of any electoral process.